and let me introduce my co-host, Deja.
Hey everyone, thanks for having me back.
Welcome. And now, let's introduce my big co-host, the original Biggie.
How you doing, Lil Dwight?
And now, time for the new ghost, Ralph Chapman. Hey. So let's talk about the Eagles versus the Cardinals, the blowout of the week.
That was a sad moment in history. I really had my faith up, but 40 to 17. It wasn't even close. That's sad.
Let's play
we
this
won't be
sad.
getting that free Dunkin' Donuts coffee today.
Come on, man.
Okay. But they still have a chance though. If they get these last couple of games, they will make it though. That's what the newscasters and people are saying, so let's keep our hopes up, keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, they still have a chance of getting into the playoffs. They still have a chance.
Very slim, and they still have it, and what's his name, the new coach. What do you have a chance to keep his job?
What do you have to say about it, Ralph?
Oh man, this is so bad. We all know the Eagles deal with the most season of the actual sign of the Montgomery earlier this offseason. Nobody thought it would be like this. And they were showing some fight. I think that game had a pretty good game. They were 8 receptions, 150 yards, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But they can't be finding ways to lose like that.
Yeah.
Yes, Arizona's on a hot streak, but you got some to play. And that's just what it's just.
Yeah, and I really thought it was like an emotional game for Philly because they really needed that game to go to the playoffs. Well,
not necessarily, but they do need this next one though.
Yeah. What do you have to say about it, Biggie?
If this is all they're going to do, even if they do make the playoffs, 1 and out.
So Kelly, kiss your job goodbye if you lose again.
He is looking at colleges just in case this doesn't work out, which it probably isn't, honestly. It's not looking too good.
So now let's shift gears to the Panthers versus the Giants. What do you have to say about that, Ralph? Odell got fights.
Panthers versus Giants. Oh man, that was a great game for one. Looking at, of course, we are the top of the town with the whole Odell Beckham versus Josh Allen thing going on. Personally, in the hot night in Carolina, this is something that you see every year, every other year, where a team goes undefeated, and the last 3 or 4 games, the last handful of games, you start seeing teams bringing their A game to them. At the last second, you got to find a way to squeak out a win. Big props to the Carolina Panthers for squeezing that one out. The whole football that is also coming down with the Panthers and Josh Allen and Odell Beckham fiasco that took place yesterday. And it's funny because I was just on Facebook with somebody earlier today, and we were going back and forth. Everybody saying Odell Beckham is wrong and whatnot. And I said, an offensive player, I can't really say that he's really wrong. I've had defensive players come at me or take cheap shots at me all the time. I was always taught, just because I play offense doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be taking shots from you all day long. I got to protect myself just as much as you protect yourself.
Yeah, but so now can you tell me? Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
What's your favorite team?
That's funny. I get that a lot. I actually don't have a favorite team. Reason being, I have a lot of buddies that play all over the league. Cincinnati, New York. So I try and keep up with my guys. A lot of times I know if I get a team, I'll wind up rooting for one over the other. I want to show favoritism with my buddies. So but there are teams that I like too, that grab interest here and there, the way they do things on the field. I've always been a Bruce Arians fan. From the time he was in Indianapolis, just the way he conducts the team, the players, coaches, the talks with these guys just gravitate toward him. I'm a big Jack Del Rio fan who's in Oakland now. He was when he first got to Jacksonville. Guys just gravitated toward him. So, yeah.
Okay, so now can we? So what's your playoff prediction? Who do you think's going? Who do you think's gonna make it the playoffs? Who do you think's gonna get that Lombardi Trophy? Who do you think's gonna do it?
Who I think gonna go all the way? Man,
In my opinion, I would have to say Panthers.
I gotta go with Seattle, man, because they've done this all three the last 3 years. They start off slow, nobody's watching them, and the next thing they squeak out 5, 6, 7 wins in a row in the playoffs, and beating the snot out of everybody. So I'm gonna go with Seattle again. I went with them last year. Unfortunately, we all know how that ended. But yeah, so that's where I'm going to roll. Hopefully, it doesn't backfire on me like it did last year.
Watch it backfire too.
Well, that was a coaching error, I think, last year.
Yeah. So what's your playoff pick, Biggie?
Carolina.
I'm stepping outside the box. Arizona. They make it all the way and go to the Super Bowl. So what do you have to say, Deja?
Who do I think will make it all the way? I'm gonna have to decide to pop up and say Panthers. They've been doing excellent this year.
Well, yeah, but
And also the quarterback and stuff doing really good and stuff. Their front line and everything, they got it going on.
One of the reasons I'm staying away from the Giants, Odell has a problem. Like if somebody starts picking on him, which in every game that's going to happen because of his status, he just went off.
Yeah.
And now he's exploited. He's going to do that in another game, and it's going to hurt him.
yeah,
Gonna hurt the team a lot more.
yeah.
There's no I in team.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I understand what you were saying, that somebody's picking on you that was doing some cheap shots, but both of them were doing things they had no business doing. The referees went and on both sides of the field and talked with the coaches, and he was still up with it.
Yeah, he is.
And that can't happen in a playoff game.
Yeah.
He will get, the next time he does that, he'll probably get tossed.
Yeah.
And even if the other person gets tossed, he'll hurt the Giants. That'll hurt the Giants more.
And the Giants will be doing this.
Yes.
I mean, so far they have been doing that recently. They haven't been making any plays.
Okay, guys.
Or any games.
Okay, guys. Let's move on. Let's move on to the Chiefs and my team, the Ravens. And that was 34-14. Jeez, winning. What? Am I at the wrong place? Come on, man. Ravens, you want? I'm done. I'm done with you, Ravens. What do you have to say about Ralph?
Oh man, when he came to play, I know it doesn't look good on the scoreboard, man, but that's the name of the game. You got to show up, and like I coached always said, that other guy, I know this team, my man, but really like they say, man, coaches always tell that guy on the side, scholarships, he gets paid money to win games too, so that's what I mean, they didn't want to see it go down like that, just like you, man.
Yeah.
It sucks, man. I thought the Ravens were gonna do pretty good. They're usually excellent, but 4-10, that's not exactly a really good record. It's almost as bad as the Eagles. That's
They're ready to
saying
go
something.
fishing. They're ready to go fishing.
Yeah.
Pack it in, go fishing.
Yeah. Said about like Chip Kelly.
That's not in the budget. They ain't got enough money for that.
Well, they just don't want to play. They don't want to play football anymore.
let's talk a little bit more about the Panthers and the Giants, and mostly about Odell and Josh Norman. That was just it was just baby stuff. It was just baby pee wee stuff. Like one person attacked him, then the other, then like it's just confusing. Like you don't know what's happening. What do you have to say about it, Biggie?
One shot, maybe two, but they kept it up, and it threw him off all the way up until like I think he let it go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
And
that's way
Odell
too long.
really started playing. He was very fortunate that the refs
Damn.
gave him a break like that and let him play through his anger.
How many refs are that lenient? That's
He
for
can
sure.
count that one on his finger.
Shoot. Have you seen the Eagles rep? That they are horrifyingly bad.
Refs in general, just some calls they be making makes me kind of worry.
What do you have?
What kind of training are they doing?
What do you have to say about it, Ralph?
I mean, again, I agree, my man, it was, playing a playoff game, I mean, it was uncomfortable because it hurt the team. I mean, but I think back to a few years ago, Andre Johnson versus Torrey Infinity, Torrey Infinity kept doing it. And if you go back and look at the tape, there's evidence that Andre Johnson even notifying the refs a couple of times, one or two times. They ref watch this, and I mean, of course, now we all just see the initial hit. Gotta know, what happened prior to it. If you know what's notified, was anybody in the head when this is going on? I commend him for protecting himself, not in that way. You don't earhole a guy. When I see the shot in slow motion, I see the guy's neck jerk away. That's not possible. There's other ways. Just like in an argument, there's other ways to get your point across. You can get the guy back between the whistles in another way that doesn't make tarnish your image, your team's image, or possibly in history. This guy got chance to be, just like everyone else. So that's that would be the main way I would disagree with Odell did.
Yeah.
That's going to cost him dearly. I mean, the league didn't say, the refs didn't say anything or they didn't catch it, but that's going to hurt his pockets. I guarantee you
I'm gonna
about
cut in
that.
here real quick because there's just something. There was something on Twitter. It said the Giants wide receiver Odell Beckham has just been suspended for one game.
Oh, stat.
This was 16 minutes ago, so I don't know if it's true or not, but it's on there.
Now, see, now that hurts the team.
What about Josh Norman? What about him? How come Odell gets suspended and Josh Norman doesn't? He had a lot of that part to do with it too. Why don't you say that too, Biggie?
No, he didn't spear nobody with his helmet.
Yeah.
That he could have broke that guy's jaw. He could have broke his neck. He could have killed him.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
He could have killed him.
Yep.
When you hit somebody in the head with a straight-on helmet shot, you can kill somebody.
Then he wouldn't just be suspended from a game. He'd be going to jail.
Yeah. What do you have to say about Ralph?
Then that really is gonna hurt the team.
I mean, like we said, in terms of retaliation, the second guy always gets something. If you honestly, if you want to get up so bad, should have waited. There'll be more plays. I mean, again, it should have been that way. There'll be more plays. Beat them on a route. If it's a run, go to the run block. Right? You got to run. Williams, running back, whomever is coming around to your side. Get a little more risk. Let you came to play. Let them know.
Yeah. Like Odell, he's I don't know how it started, but I sure know how it ended. Yeah. And the Panthers, they did a good job. Just if Odell and Josh Norman got thrown out of the game, it would have hurt more the Giants than the Panthers. What do you have to say about it, Biggie? What do you have to say?
That's what I'm saying. You cannot hurt the team regardless of how things going down on the field. If that didn't happen, Odell is a great talent, and that can't be denied. They win that game.
Yeah.
Giants win that game.
Yeah. Panthers would have been 13-1, and
Because Odell dropped a ball that was hit right in his hands. He don't do that.
yeah. So now it's time to wrap up. Now, sorry guys, sorry. So have a Merry Christmas. Ho ho ho, everyone! Let's go. See you next week.
Bye. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
All right, Mr. Raphael.
Let's go.